Yes, I did pay the money for the premiere access of Mulan on Disney Plus. However, if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't be able to bring you my thoughts here today. Welcome to my movie review of Mulan. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content here on this channel at least twice a week, and then movie reviews or book to movie content here at the weekend. In the description box are all of my social links, including my blog and my Goodreads, so you can keep up with my reading and my watching in between times. I am in the midst of a very Disney day today, hence the Disney t-shirt going on here. And if you are not already subscribed, please click that subscribe button. We are so close to that next subscriber milestone. And if you are subscribed, let me know in the comments how we should celebrate that next subscriber milestone. Today I am bringing you my review of the live action remake or live action new release of Disney's Mulan. This came to Disney Plus with extra premiere access, they called it. You had to pay an extra price to get this on your Disney Plus early. It's going to be coming for general release in December, but if you paid your money just now, then you could get it early. And so I watched this with my mum because we share my Disney Plus account, and so I could watch here in Denver and she could watch at home in Knaresborough, and we watched it together. So first of all, initial thoughts. Obviously, I am going to make some comparisons. This is going to be spoiler free, but on the whole, I'm going to try and review it as a standalone. But it's really hard not to make comparisons with the original cartoon, which I did watch on Friday, ready for kind of a little bit of comparison reviewing here. So yeah, it's a very, very dramatic movie, and visually it is very pleasing. After having watched so many trailers in the cinema for this one, I am kind of slightly disappointed I didn't get to see it on the big screen, because there are moments where I could see this playing out really nicely on the Dolby screen. You know, Dolby is my preferred format. I don't think it was filmed in IMAX, and most of the trailers I saw for this one were when I was watching like Onward and Frozen 2 on the IMAX, on the Dolby screen. And so some of the kind of dramatic, like especially when the music was very kind of swelling, or when there was battle scenes, I could definitely see that playing out on the Dolby screen with that beautiful surround sound. But it worked nicely, you know, on a dull Denver day here on my TV screen as well. But yeah, it's very, very dramatic, whereas I think that the cartoon version is definitely more like a sort of classic Disney cartoon in line with Aladdin and The Lion King. You know, it's from that same era. And so it's a very, very different film. I would say that it isn't as family friendly as the original cartoon, just because it's definitely more slow paced, and the dramatic scenes are definitely more historically accurate. I know Disney really, really wanted to kind of not right the wrongs, but make it a more kind of like true to its cultural heritage kind of film. And I think that they've done that really successfully. Things that I really liked, I liked the fact that we had some of the original music from the original film in there. None of it is like characters stopping and singing, but in the like sort of more dramatic or more reflective moments, we can hear the instrumental of some of those songs, and we have some of the lyrics said as dialogue by some of the characters just as part of their speech as well, so I really like that. There is also a cameo from, again, this is not a spoiler, but there's also a cameo from Ming-Na, who did the original voice of Mulan, who I loved in ER. And so as soon as I started watching the cartoon of Mulan, I was like, I know that voice. And she has a very small cameo in this, which I really, really liked. All of the actors in this, I think, were incredibly well casted, and I know that the actress who plays Mulan does a lot of her own stunt work as well, so that made it even more impressive to watch. I really also liked, when I say it's visually very pleasing, I really like the colours in this one. There's a lot of like really rich, like just colourful moments. Every scene is enhanced by like a certain colour that really sets the mood, or a sort of colour map, whether it's like super colourful or super muted. And I think that worked really well. Would definitely have worked better on the big screen. I thought it was interesting that Mulan didn't really have the companions that she had in the original Disney animated version. We still have a cricket type character, and instead of Mushu being a kind of dragon spirit guide, we have a phoenix who appears occasionally in scenes, and again adds to that colourful aspect of it. I did miss the part where the phoenix was introduced somehow. I don't know, maybe I just wasn't fully concentrating at that moment, but chatting with Mum afterwards, she was like, yeah, the phoenix was kind of told to look after her. I was like, oh, okay, because the first time I saw the phoenix I thought it was a peacock, and then the second time I thought it was a dragon, and it was only the third time when a phoenix had been referenced and then the phoenix came on screen that I realised this was said phoenix, the phoenix that I thought was peacock. But yeah, that's kind of like, there's little nods to it there. And then some of the other characters aren't kind of match for match characters either, which I do quite like as well. Yeah, I wouldn't say that I preferred this version over the animated version. I think I'm a bit more of a purist when it comes to kind of Disney movies, like them being Disney. This feels more like it could be like part of the Marvel franchise side of Disney, because we've got, you know, some battle scenes, and we've got a little bit of like fantastical elements to it, like verging onto the sci-fi stuff, with, you know, people's powers and witches and that kind of thing. So yeah, I would say if you kind of go into it thinking that it's going to be along the lines of original Mulan, all of that, you know, Disney princesses, heroes and villains side of it, then that's not the right mindset to go into this with. Go into this thinking that it's more like the Marvel side, or even the Star Wars side of the Disney big massive umbrella, because then I think you'll be more prepared for what is to come. In terms of it being like The Lion King and like Aladdin, basically a direct remake, again, Disney already stated that they didn't want to do that, and they wanted to make it more historically accurate and definitely a different film. That comes off really well, but I think a lot of people will be going into this thinking that it's going to be a direct remake of the cartoon version. I would say this is not suitable for younger viewers, just because I really do think that they will switch off. So if you're thinking that, you know, your kids enjoyed the first cartoon version of Mulan, they'll like this. If they're on the younger side, they probably won't, because it's definitely more slow paced and the dramatic scenes are definitely more dramatic. That makes them very visually pleasing. Whereas, yeah, if your kids are into the Marvel side of things, you know, they enjoy the Captain Marvel and the Captain America and Spider-Man, then I think that they will enjoy this as well, in terms of that being a marker of what they're going to enjoy and what they're not. Obviously, you know your own kids. But yeah, it was definitely a very beautiful film. It didn't keep me engaged the whole time, which is how I missed the whole Phoenix thing. I like the use of the music, and I like the use of colour. I like the fact that they've kept it historically accurate, but I'm not raving that you should definitely go and see this one. I think probably it would have looked very good on the big screen. So if I was doing my classic, like, should you use your cinema money to go and see this, I think it would have been worthwhile seeing at the cinema. But it's not coming to the cinema, so that's not an option. Should you pay the $29.99, £19.99 dollars plus tax? I had to pay tax on it as well. I'm a bit miffed about that. Like, I'm sure it says in the small print somewhere, but I feel like I probably should have got someone in the UK to buy it, because I feel like I definitely paid more. But yeah, should you pay for it? I don't know. I think it's worth waiting until December, to be honest. Like, I'm happy that I paid for it because I'm not paying for my cinema subscription right now, and I haven't done since it was paused in March. But so, you know, I can justify the purchase. But would I recommend you paying for it? No, wait until December. I don't think it's like groundbreaking enough that you have to see it now. So I'm going to go and carry on with the rest of my Disney day, which if you are following me on Instagram, you will have seen already. I am excited to go on to the next film that you voted for. I will be back with more book to movie content. I think we have coming next weekend, so make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on that, and I have more bookish content coming for you in the week, so hit that notification bell so that it does not pass you by. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. If you have seen the new Mulan, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and do let me know how we should celebrate that next subscriber milestone. Thank you so much for watching.